In other news today, former Prime Minister Paul Keating has launched a fresh attack on AUKUS and some of your colleagues as well. Now, he argues Australia is in danger of becoming another US state and a target of aggression by aligning itself with the US. What do you make of his comments?
Well, he's a great Australian and he's entitled to his views. I don't share his views about the ANZUS alliance, though. It's a matter of record that, in about 1951, I must check the exact year, so don't hold me precisely to it, but for the best part of 75 years, we've been in a formal alliance with the United States. We reserve the right to disagree in our national interest, we always have, but I think acquiring very capable submarine technology is in the national defence interest in the long term. And the world is a really troubling, concerning place at the moment. We almost see a sort of axis of malign influence from Russia to Iran. China certainly talks to these nations a lot. Liberal democracies, like it or not, have to improve their defences, and we're making the necessary investments.
Has Paul Keating become a problem for the government?
No. The challenge for Australia is our cost of living battles, making sure that we're helping people make ends meet. We've got to have strong defence. That's what we're working on. It's still a democracy. People are entitled to make their comments, but we don't have to agree with what everyone says just because they're of the same party. The truth of the matter is that wherever you travel through the world at the moment, there is an important fault line emerging. Do we respect international boundaries and borders? What we saw with Russia's illegal invasion of Ukraine is the rise of a doctrine which we'd hoped had ended at the end of the Second World War, which is big countries feel that they don't have to ignore legal borders of other countries and they can just have might is right. And in this world, we do have to be stronger. I wish it wasn't so, but it is. And so there is a view, I think, of like-minded nations that we need to respect the right of countries to exist within legally recognised borders. And this is, I think, at the core of a big part of Australia's commitment. The American alliance is important. Our deepening engagement in our region, the Indo-Pacific, with Asian nations is important, and our commitment to multilateral institutions. But this principle that countries have a right to exist securely within internationally recognised borders is not a principle we can say is not our problem. Because if it's not our problem in Ukraine, or if it's not our problem in Asia, then who's going to be there if one day someone says they don't think they should recognise Australia's current borders?
Sky News has revealed today that the Coalition is considering tax breaks for regional Australians as part of a plan to take to the next election. What do you think of the idea of tax breaks specifically for regional Aussies?
I think people have kicked the tyres on that in the past. There are some small financial incentives now. I think the opposition, I think this is classic opposition thought bubble 101 stuff from the thought bubble factory of Peter Dutton. I wait to see how many, what's he defining as regional Australia? I mean, does he mean remote Australia? Does he mean the Cape York Peninsula or Arnhem Land? Does he mean the Kimberleys or the Pilbara? Or does he mean everything west of the Blue Mountains? Does he mean the Latrobe Valley and Geelong and Ballarat? Does he mean Kalgoorlie? Does he mean the southwest of Western Australia? So you're going to have to define who's included. And then, of course, does he mean 2 million Australians, 3 million Australians, 4 million Australians? And once he spells out where his sort of imaginary zonal propositions are going to be and the imaginary number of people who are going to get these benefits, what is the actual benefit? And where's he going to find the money to do it? I'm not saying there's not a cost of living challenge. People are doing it really hard. And some of the prices which people in remote Australia pay are just eye-watering and really difficult. But you've got to also make sure that you just don't make promises with no substance. That's why I think our tax cut measures going on people's income, that's solid, that's real. That's where the real money is. Our support for childcare workers, early childhood educators, that's real. I think Mr Dutton's got to move away from the thought bubble factory into the world of the real and tell us what he's actually going to do.